Hello to my all lovely students. Welcome to the channel dear friends. Today we are going to start with number systems. So what is the number system? Number systems are systems in mathematics that are used to express numbers on number lines with the help of a set of symbols and rules. These symbols range from 0 to 9 and are termed as the digits. Number systems is used to perform mathematical computations ranging from great scientific calculations to calculations like counting the number of chocolates. So now what is a number? A number is a mathematical value used for counting or measuring or labeling objects. Numbers are used to perform arithmetic calculations. So these examples of numbers are like natural numbers, whole numbers, rational or irrational numbers, integers, etc. So now next question can be like, what is the number line? So a number line is a representation of numbers with a fixed interval in between on a straight line. A number line contains all the types of numbers like natural numbers, rationals, integers, etc. When we move towards the right direction, so the numbers increase. Similarly, when we move from right to left from the zero line, the numbers decreases. So we can say that ends of a number line are not defined, that is numbers on the number line range from infinity on the left side to the infinity on the right side. So what are positive and negative numbers? So numbers that are represented on the right side of zero line are termed as the positive numbers. The value of numbers increases on moving towards the right. Right? So positive numbers are used for addition between numbers. Example of these numbers are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So, and the numbers that are represented on the left side of the zero line are termed as the negative numbers. The value of these numbers decrease on moving towards the left. So the negative numbers are used for subtraction between numbers. The example of these numbers are like -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -6, and so on. Types of numbers. Numbers are of various types depending upon the patterns of digits that are used for their creation. So natural numbers. See, बचपन से हमें पूछा जाता है like counting सुनो. So we start from like 1, 2, 3 and so on. So we can say the numbers that starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on are called the natural numbers. These numbers are also called the counting numbers or positive numbers. These numbers are represented by the symbol and. Next one is the whole numbers. So if we include the 0 in the natural numbers, then these numbers becomes the whole numbers, and the whole numbers are denoted by the symbol W. So we can say W belongs to like 0, 1, 2 and so on. So we can say like since 1 and 1, 2 and so on are the natural numbers, so we can say all natural numbers are the whole numbers, but the all whole numbers are not the natural numbers. Why? Because here 0 is also included in the natural numbers. So next such number is the integers. So how will you define the integers? The integers are the collection of whole numbers plus the negative values of the natural number. So we can say, so we define these numbers on the number line like, so from negative to positive numbers, all these numbers are the integer numbers including the 0, but integers doesn't include the fractions. What are the fractions? That is the a upon b. So integer don't include the fractions. So we can say integers are the collection of natural number plus whole numbers. So we can say all natural numbers are integers and all whole numbers are the integer. So these is denoted by the symbol Z, and we can say like these are the like -4, -3, -2, 0, 1, 2 and so. So next is the rational numbers or परिमेय संख्या. So a number r can be said to be a rational number if it can be written in form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to the 0. So here if we show these numbers onto the number line, so let's say if we include this fraction, so like half, like 3 by 2, minus of half, minus of 3 by 2, so now these becomes the rational numbers. Now if we want to calculate the rational number, so here we can say there are the rational numbers are also the infinite numbers. So we can say on these number lines there are infinite number of rational numbers. If we want to calculate the rational numbers between any two numbers, so how will we calculate? So let's say for example, we want to calculate the rational numbers, let's say 5 rational numbers between the digit 1 and 2. So here there are two methods by which we can calculate these numbers. So 1 and 2. So let's say method 1. By calculating the mean or average. So the mean of two numbers r and s can be given as like r plus s by 2. So we can say mean of 1 and 2 is equal to the like 1 plus 2 by 2, that is equal to the 3 by 2. So here we have calculated one rational number between the number 1 and 2. So we can say here it becomes 1, 3 by 2 and 2. So now we have to calculate the 5 such rational numbers. Right. So again we will calculate the mean between these two numbers and mean between these two numbers. So we can say like the mean between these two numbers will be like 5 by 4. And the mean between 3 by 2 and 2 will be like 7 by 4. So here it will become like we can write 1, 5 by 4, 3 by 2, 7 by 4 and 2. So here we have calculated the three such rational numbers. Now we have to calculate 5. So again we will calculate the mean between these two numbers. The mean will be between these two calculated numbers will be 11 by 8, and the mean between 3 by 2 and 7 by 4 will be like 13 by 8 and so on. So here we can say like 1, 5 by 4, 11 by 8, 3 by 2, 13 by 8, 7 by 4, 2. So here we can say these numbers are the 5 numbers and all are the rational numbers between 1 and 2. So we can say we can calculate the infinite numbers of rational number between any two rational numbers. So next one is the irrational numbers or परिमेय संख्या. A number s is called the irrational numbers if it cannot be written in form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to the 0. The examples of the irrational numbers are like square root of 2, square root of 3, 5, 6, 7, 5, like this value and so on. Here, see, till now we have studied like pi is equal to the 27 by 7, but actual value of pi is not equal to the 20 by 7. Here we can say like 20 by 7 is a rational number, but it is not. So pi is always an irrational number. So next one is the real numbers or वास्तविक संख्याएं. So here we can say real numbers are the collections of all rational numbers and irrational numbers, and it is denoted by a symbol capital R. So here we have seen like all the rational numbers can be represented on the number lines. So now we have to see like whether the irrational numbers can be represented on the number line or not. Here we have seen like every real number is represented by a unique point on the number line, or moreover we can also say like every point on the number line represents a unique real number. So now let's say how we will represent a irrational number on the number line. For example, locate square root 2 on number line. So let's draw a line. So take OA as the unit distance on the number line where O is coinciding with the 0. So here it will be like O, and this is the unit length, so this will be the OA on the number line. So now construct a perpendicular AB of unit length to the line, to this line OA. So let's so now by the Pythagoras theorem we can calculate the length of this OB line. OP square is equal to the OA square plus AB square. So that is OA of unit length, AB is also unit length. So OB square is equal to the 2. So we can say OB is equal to the square root of 2. So here the length of OB is square root of 2. So now how we will represent this square root of 2 on the number line? So here, so using a compass with center O and radius OB, draw an arc intersecting the line at point P. Then P corresponds to square root 2 on the number line. So the P corresponds to square root 2 on this number line. So this is the, or we can say this distance will be the square root of 2. So here in this way we can represent the irrational number on the number line. So further we can also locate another irrational number, that is the square root 3 on the number line. So locate square root 3 on the number line. So let us repeat the procedure of square root 2 as we have done in the last problem. So now construct a BD of unit length perpendicular to the OB. So let's draw a perpendicular line. Of unit length. So again, by using the Pythagoras theorem, we can calculate the length of this OD. By Pythagoras theorem, So OD is equal to the square root of OB square plus BD square. Here this BD is of again unit length and this OB is equal to the square root of 2. So square root of 2 pi square plus BD is of unit length. So here it becomes square root of 2 plus 1. So here we can say OD is equal to the square root of 3. So here this is the length of this OD is square root of 3. So now again using a compass with center O and radius OD. So again we will draw an arc and that will intersect on this number line, and it will intersect at the point Q, and this Q will represent the square root of 3. So this distance OQ will be equal to the on number line square root of 3. So here we can say, like in this way we can locate square root of n for any positive integer and after square root of n minus 1 has been located. So similarly, see, we have located like square root of 2, square root of 3. Similarly, we can locate square root of 4, 5 and so on.